Welcome to First Round KO. Yes, we are on the podcast, but we are also on YouTube. I am KOAK Howard J. Diggers. This is Connor J. Moore.
And I'm currently watching a Manchester United game that's giving me an anxiety attack.
Fair enough. You turn down the volume?
The volume's like, you can't even hear it.
They might be able to hear it.
Sorry,
and,
TNT.
and welcome. I don't want to get copyright strike.
I don't want to get it either.
And welcome to our 2019 Fastlane predictions. We're going to start, obviously, on the kickoff show. Possibly the best match of the night.
Which is sad to say, because they
Fair
always tend to be on the pre-show.
Hey, there's every chance that more people watch the pre-show than at the actual show. Because it's on more platforms.
Because it's free.
It's free. I mean, technically, the network's free for new subscribers, so.
As they won't let you forget.
Exactly. So, but anyway, Andrade versus Ray. Who are you going for?
I don't even know. In all honesty, I think one of these people, one of the men in this match, will be your Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner. And his name is not Rey Mysterio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a different pick for Andre for the armbar, as I like to call it.
The armbar.
There's a weird acronym that works out for it. I don't remember. People call it the armbar. I don't remember who my pick was, but it's not. I could maybe Andre, but or Andrade.
I'm gonna go with Ray. I mean, I don't really.
Any reason?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with Ray, honestly.
Oh, you're going Jesus. You're going Ray.
Cause you know I like both.
Right.
But I'm going with Ray.
Fair enough. I don't know. I've been thinking. I have Andrade in my pick right now, but of course it's gonna change.
Can we give him his actual name back, please?
That too. I'm also making an official statement. These are going to be my official picks for Sunday. I am not changing them.
You are not changing.
Because every time I change them, one of those picks ends up being wrong, and that cost me the title. I'm not changing my picks this time. These are going to be my official picks for Sunday.
All right.
Hopefully none of the other club members listen. I don't think
you just gave them X amount of days to game plan. Congratulations.
Maybe I will. No, but whatever. Oh man, I feel like Ray could win. Cause, maybe they are going for the armbar. I feel like this is not the climax of the feud, in my opinion. Andrade. I'm just gonna stick. I think Andrade will cheat to win, maybe. It's really a toss-up.
Right.
I don't know. All right. The first match that I have here, the Usos defending their SmackDown Tag Team Championships versus Shane and The Miz.
I'm tired of going against my boys. I'm going with the Usos.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Usos are winning this because I believe that this is where the
split.
The split is gonna come. Yeah, I think. Now, if I would have booked this, I would have had Miz cheat to win at Chamber, and then had some sort of instance where Miz goes to cheat again here at Fastlane and they would have retained at Chamber, and then do the same thing here, but this time Shane stops him from cheating because no, that's the wrong thing to do. And then Miz is like, and then they lose the titles, and then Miz is like, okay, we could have kept the titles if you would have let me do that. Why? And then boom, heel turn.
Yep.
That type of thing.
Sounds right to me.
Now you have a weird thing where they won clean and then they lost clean. And now what do you do here to set up a heel? It's very weird. Who's going to be the heel is the big question.
Miz.
I hope. Good God, I don't want Shane to be a heel. Like, I don't think. Oh, God. I'm very worried that Shane's going to be a heel.
It's going to be Miz to be the heel.
But that's the biggest thing coming out of this match.
It makes sense for Miz to be the heel because the whole like father thing, you go back to that where his dad is a bit more of a fan of Shane and everything.
Well, yeah.
That.
Plus, it's literally in his hometown, and his dad will be there. Yeah. All right. Next, we have Asuka defending her SmackDown Women's Championship. Yes, she still has that against Mandy. I have here. I typed this during class. Manny Rose. Mandy Rose. Connor, who do you have?
You know, they really did make me think Asuka could drop the belt here. But Asuka's not going to drop the belt here.
No. Yeah, they did it. The build to this match is not very good. It's literally been
What
like
build?
like 2 weeks of nothing.
Can you answer the question of what build exactly?
I mean, yeah, Mandy pinned Asuka 2 weeks ago, I think. That was the build. And then Asuka attacked her this week. That's
Some
about
build.
it. How is that not on the pre-show?
I don't know.
God.
It's Asuka.
Pretty sure Asuka's had like one match since the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
And she lost to Mandy. I'm also going Asuka. The biggest question is, who is Asuka going to face at Mania? I think it's going to be Lacey, and I would not be surprised, as unfortunate as it is, if Lacey Evans wins the SmackDown Women's Championship at WrestleMania. She is being talked about to be a top tier woman after Ronda leaves,
How the hell are they gonna build that?
by having her walk down the ramp and leaving again.
At this rate, probably.
She never actually defends the title. She just walks down and then goes, nope, and then leaves. She's going to be champion forever.
Longest reigning champion.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
I'm a real lady.
Wow.
Says Lacey Evans.
The Shield are taking on the mid-card of Doom.
I have thoughts about this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's Roman, Dean, and Seth versus Baron Corbin, Bobby Lashley, and Drew McIntyre. Hopefully with Leo Rush in a full body cast.
Like the dude from SpongeBob.
Yes. Exactly like that. Connor, who do you have?
I have thoughts about this. I can easily see the mid-card of Doom. That's a thing that's sticking, apparently. I could see them winning because I think they are going to play with Dean versus Roman for Mania. So I could see a betrayal act. Since that was the original plan, but for the Universal Belt. You're gonna
That's also very true.
they're gonna have Roman involved in Mania in some capacity, and they got to keep him away from the Universal.
Apparently, the rumored match is him versus Corbin.
That would make sense because of all the nasty things that was said.
And it would most likely be a squash match, and that's fine.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to just throw a rigorous match with Roman in right away.
Well, who knows if Roman is fully like ring shape back yet
Right,
and all that stuff.
I mean, he's cleared.
Also,
yeah.
Mania has so many matches. 1 or 2 of them need to be shorter, so that's fine.
So then what do you do with Dean?
Armbar.
Can you just call it the Andre the Giant Battle Royal?
No, it's way too. It's much easier to say the armbar. So I agree with you. Okay, so you're going mid card.
No, I'm going Shield.
Okay,
I can see it happening.
I thought you
but
were.
I'm gonna go with the Shield.
So I agree with you that they should go Roman versus Dean because it's pretty easy. That's a win for Roman and a loss for Dean on his way out if he is actually leaving.
Right,
Apparently,
since there's rumors that Roman's actually the reason he might stay now.
and there's rumors that he is actually staying now. But I think that they're going to go Baron versus Roman. That's what they're building. That's fine. Squash match. I'll be fine with it. He'll do the number. I'm going to predict the specific end to this match. Roman will hit a spear on Baron Corbin, and Seth will tag himself in. Or Seth will get tagged in. Like, tag in, spear, curb stomp. Seth gets the win. Roman helps the win, but Seth needs to get the visual pin because he's actually building to a Universal Championship match at WrestleMania.
Makes sense.
I think that's the best way to do it.
And have Dean just dirty deed somebody outside the ring.
Or even have Roman, like maybe it's McIntyre who's getting stomped, and Corbin tries to break it up, and Roman spears him over the pin. That would actually be kind of dope.
Dirty deeds to Lashley. Yeah.
Exactly. I
like that spot.
Yeah,
I can visualize that. That looks pretty.
Right? Exactly. So that needs to happen. But Shield are winning. They're not gonna have Roman lose on his first night back.
No.
I just don't see that happening. And this is possibly the last ever Shield reunion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see them losing
it. Yeah.
They wouldn't lose.
It'll be quite the swerve if they did.
Anyway, don't even want to think about it.
The online wrestling committee would go wild.
I don't even want to think about it. Boss and Hug Connection are defending their newly won WWE Women's Tag Team Championships versus Nia and Tamina. Connor, who do you have?
just for the sake that I really just want to see the Iconics in a tag match, championship or not, against the Boston Hug Connection, I want to see the Boston Hug Connection win. And it's too early to take it off of them anyway.
I agree. I think Boston Hug are going to hold it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they've already been on NXT, and they said, that also happens on last week's NXT. They returned to NXT, and they say, hey, we are going to defend these titles on all 3 brands. So I want to see those matches. I want to see. There's talk about a fatal.
Hello, Sky Pirates.
Right. There's talk about a fatal 4-way at Mania.
With one from
Raw, one from SmackDown, and one from NXT.
So you have essentially 2 Raw teams, a SmackDown and an NXT
So you could
team.
literally do Nia and Tamina, the Iconics, and the Sky Pirates.
One of these teams do not belong, but sure.
I think it's a great.
I like it. I would watch it, but it's just funny you mentioned
you get 2 faces and 2 heels.
Right. But think about
the chicken
people.
shit heels.
Right.
In the Iconics, the
Right.
powerhouse.
Yep. No, it's just funny because you're like Boston Hug, Sasha and Bailey, Sky Pirates, Io and Kyrie, 2 of the premier divas or women's wrestlers that are going to come up soon and take the main roster by storm. Nia and Tamina, everyone hates them. Iconics.
I would put Iconics above Tamina any day.
Ditto. Ditto.
But yeah, I think that's the plan. That's way too early to take the title off of them. Triple threat tag team action next. We have the Revival defending their Raw. I almost said women's champion. Their Raw tag team championships against Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, who are heels now.
How the hell that happened?
Because they attacked Ricochet and Black. I don't know. They they felt like heels against also Ricochet and Aleister Black. Who do you got in this one?
I don't know. Because if they take the belt off the Revival already, it was literally just like, okay, here's the belt, please don't leave us.
Revival might as well burn their contracts and take the lawsuit at that point. Just leave.
Honestly, that would be kind of a waste of a title switch.
Yeah.
And Gable and Roode aren't really. Yeah, that didn't work. And it's too damn soon for Black and Aleister, although they are really pushing these 4 new call-ups down our throats.
I also don't want them to have the tag team championships.
Exactly.
I don't want them to be a tag team.
Especially considering that they're kind of in a tournament in NXT.
That's storyline reason, though. Because they don't want Undisputed to win, so they're in there to make sure Undisputed doesn't win.
Oh, my. Revival.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Revival, if I could spell. I'm also going Revival. I think Aleister's going to hit a Black Mass into a 630. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. He liked my tweet. I really should remember his name.
Honestly.
The Revival is going to throw them out of the ring and pin Chad Gable to retain.
All right.
I think that's the spot to do it. But yeah, they better keep it on the Revival. They deserve a lengthy title run. Hey, they might actually get entrances. They're on the main card.
Yay!
Let's go. Entrances for the Revival. Get it trending. Daniel Bryan is defending his Heavyweight Championship against Kevin Owens.
We're calling it Heavyweight.
I'm calling it Heavyweight. WWE Heavyweight Championship. Who do you got?
The new Daniel Bryan.
Hey, yeah. I don't even know if he calls himself the new Daniel Bryan anymore. I honestly don't know. Maybe I'm just numb to it at this point. Yeah. No, I'm not thinking about it. That's not what's happening here. I fully believe Daniel's going to retain here. I'm worried that they're going to do some sort of multi-man match at Mania, including Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Mustafa Ali for the championship, instead of doing what they should do.
It's just straight up Kofi. And
I'm not even, okay, here's the thing. I'm not even that huge on Kofi.
I am.
For whatever reason, I just haven't bought into this Kofi hype.
I
don't know why.
I am, but I think that's because when Kofi first debuted, I was a massive fan.
And that's the thing. I've been a huge fan of Kofi but I don't know, for whatever reason I haven't bought into it. That's my own problem. But I even want to see this Kofi versus Bryan match. Like, just they need to do the one-on-one match. It just makes sense. They're not giving us Becky versus Ronda. They might as well give us this. Mm-hmm. If they do a multi-man match for that, it's gonna be bad. But yeah, I think Daniel's gonna hold this belt all of 2019. I think he needs to. I really do. He is just fantastic. He's just been incredible. I think a third member might be involved this week.
Oh,
Bray, Luke Harper.
Oh, the Bludgeon Brothers are back?
Lars Sullivan. I don't even know. We'll see. But I don't see any way that Kevin wins this.
He's not.
No. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair.
We all know the result of
If
this.
Charlotte wins, Becky is done with this whole Ronda feud. If Becky wins, she's inserted into the Mania match, making it a triple threat. Connor, who do you have?
See, I could see WWE pulling some crap where Charlotte wins, gets mega heat, and then Becky just spends the next few weeks just making life hell for the McMahons and forcing them to get in.
I want to say 2001. I don't know, but Rey Mysterio, after winning the Rumble, lost.
Was that 2001?
When did? Oh no, that
That was way too early.
Benoit won. 2007.
Something like that, yeah.
So whenever Rey won,
mid-2000s.
he then put the match on the line before Mania, lost, but then was still in the triple threat. So they've done it before.
Right. But I can also see Ronda somehow playing into this and enforcing Becky in helping Becky, quote unquote, air quotes, helping Becky win so she can go in and prove that she is the baddest bitch on the planet. Oh, wow. I think I might have convinced myself on the Charlotte one, too.
Ooh, really?
I might have convinced myself on that Charlotte angle.
Really?
I might have. I could see it happening. That's the thing. I could very well see it happening. I'm going to stick with Becky because my gut says to go with more of the Ronda playing a role in this because you know she will. But my, oh my. If the Charlotte thing happens, if Charlotte wins, I'm going to look right at you and be like, I knew it. It's like, I will literally go, I knew it.
Yeah. I think you have to. I don't want them to play around with this. I think they could do it.
And you know they very well could.
I think they just need to cut to the chase and say Becky wins, she's in the triple threat, and start building the triple threat because they really. I think they have 4 weeks.
They have 4. They have roughly 4-ish weeks till Mania.
I think they have 4 shows.
Like they're under 30 days.
Yeah. So I think they just need to cut to the chase and do it. But yeah, I think you're right with this supposed Ronda heel turn on Monday. I think it fits very well that she's gonna say, "Screw this! I'm just gonna take this into my own hands." She could go in there and take out the ref, or she could just go in there and beat up Becky so that Becky wins via DQ. Or the ref could be taken out, and she could beat up both of them and then lay Becky over Charlotte type of thing because she wants that triple threat so bad. I think that's the way to go. If not, if they don't include Ronda in this, I'm not sure how they're gonna do it.
Neither do I. This angle literally screams Ronda's playing.
Yeah, like the heel is perfectly fine, and she's the one that's already in the match. The babyface is injured in 3 different spots, kayfabe, and she's the one trying to get into the match. So you can't have the babyface clean. You can't have Becky clean beat Charlotte because then that degrades her for the triple threat. You have to keep them both looking strong.
Ronda's gonna interfere.
You know what though? I agree with you. I think she is going to interfere. If she doesn't, I could see a very similar Survivor Series ending to this.
Go on.
Where Charlotte just says screw it and just beats Becky because Charlotte literally said, I'm going to take her off the shelf for good.
Put her on the shelf.
Or put her on the shelf for good. Yeah. She could just do that and snap.
Yep.
Kendo stick. Her best friend Ken.
Best friend Ken.
She could just
use the crutch.
Yeah, and she could just beat she would lose for DQ. Becky would be in the match, but she could injure Becky further.
And take her out the match via injury, and then Becky does some, I don't know.
And then they could run a Daniel Bryan spot where she gets stretchered out early in the match, which I would hate, and it would be overplayed, but I think it might work.
True, but then also knowing WWE, because if the last month wasn't any indication, any single point when it comes to the other two was like, oh, where's Becky? Can we put her in even though it doesn't fit? Here's Becky. They're gonna throw Becky in. So
I could see that happening. I could see no Ronda, just Charlotte loses it.
Like there's There's so much for them to play with here, which scares me.
I love it.
I love it too, but again, I'm operating under the train of thought where, like you, I'm just like, we know it's gonna happen. Just give it to us. Let's set the sucker up. And
That's fair.
And let's not dilly-daddle with this, knowing that we're literally just a month away from the grandest showcase.
Right. I think as long as Becky wins this weekend and she gets inserted, I don't care how they do it.
Neither do I.
And that's what I'm like. That's why I love this so much, is because they can. We know that it's going to be a triple threat, and we are fairly certain that Becky's going to win.
Yes.
It's the journey at this point. And the journey, honestly, has been good.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of storytelling
because
with this.
Because it's been unpredictable. They haven't gone by the numbers necessarily, and they're doing this kind of weird stuff.
They have really done a great job since Survivor Series.
So that's why I love this. I think that's why I have this in the main event spot, because there's so many different things that could happen. And it actually has WrestleMania implications. Unlike, I mean, the other ones are title shots, but this one is a WrestleMania main event implicate, So I think this is going to be great. I can't wait. I'm actually fairly excited for Fastlane. Probably the only Fastlane I've ever been excited for.
There's just so many different storylines that have a direct carryover into WrestleMania compared to previous Fastlanes. Just like, whatever.
I completely agree. All right. Well, that does it for us on the podcast.
Cool.
And on YouTube. So YouTube listeners, thank you for listening. We'll see you. I will post our reactions on Monday.
Oh, that's going to be great.
It's going to be great. So we'll see you then.
See ya.
She a California living, cognac sipping, tro blowing, candy flipping, sunshine vibe. Flew out for the show, had to pull her out the road. Now she hoping I could change her life, but